Let's talk about what's inside a tube of color. All nutrient hair color has organic ingredients and is plant-based. Right inside this tube of color are vitamins, minerals, amino acids, proteins, everything you need to keep the hair healthy while you process. This is going to make sure you get really long-lasting results, and the hair is going to look better after the color service than it did before. Now let's talk about what's not in this tube of color. There's no sulfates, no gluten, no DEA, no parabens. The main idea behind this color is we want to keep you healthy, we want to keep our clients healthy, and we want to keep the hair healthy too. Now while we're processing, we use a micro-protein system. And what that means is the proteins that are in this hair color elasticize the cuticle. If you've ever used a really harsh color, you'll notice that it kind of blasts the cuticle open, it makes it rough, it never fully closes back down, and that hair color leaks right out. But with the microprotein system, we're making the cuticle stretchy, so it elasticizes and stretches open, that we can get all those color molecules inside, and then just like a rubber band, it's going to stretch back down. So we're not blasting it open and then trying to force it back down. We're keeping it super healthy and making it stretchy so it can close back down easily and keep that color in for a long-lasting result. We also use a maximum pigment system. This means that we use smaller color molecules, but more of them. So a good analogy for this is, imagine you have a bag and you're trying to fill it up with beach balls, and you shove them in until it's full. Now, because those beach balls are so large, there's going to be a lot of empty space between them, so that bag isn't really full. But if you take something smaller like tennis balls and fill that same bag, you can get a lot more crammed in there, and because they're so small, there's not going to be a lot of space between them. That's kind of the idea with our hair color. We pack more color molecules inside, and they're smaller, so we can cram a lot more in. That means you're going to get a brighter, richer color, and it's going to last a lot longer. So today we are going to talk about oxidative dyes. Now these are the dyes that live underneath the cuticle and inside the cortex. All Nutrient does have direct dyes in the form of their Color Plus shampoo and conditioner, but we're not going to talk about those too much today. Those are the ones that live on top of the cuticle. We're going to talk about the cream color, which is our permanent color, and it's an oxidative dye inside of the color shaft, right in that cortex. Now, if you're joining us from another color line, welcome. If you've used a progressive dye in the past, a progressive dye is one that keeps getting darker the longer you leave it on the hair. All Nutrient is not a progressive dye. So if you put a level 5 on the hair and you forget about it, you go over your time, don't worry, it will stay at a level 5, where a progressive dye would get darker. It would go 4, 3, 2, 1. All Nutrient will stop where it's supposed to stop. You don't need to worry about it. So we're going to talk about oxidative dyes, we're going to talk about our permanent cream color, and non-progressive dyes.